feel like there's someone else in here.
Horrible, horrible place.
Violence, phantoms and witchcraft await the most haunted team in Gloucestershire.
Watch the steps.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Come on, out!
Hello and welcome to Most Haunted. Said to be built on the site of devil worship and witchcraft, the building behind me has many ghosts, from an evil incubus to a baby child. This place was once filled with the sounds of people drinking and much merriment. Now the only sound that can be heard are that of cries of pain. Allegedly, this is one of the most haunted places in Great Britain, and that's why I had to bring you to the ancient Ram Inn.
Situated midway between Gloucester and Bristol, the village of Wootton-under-Edge contains a home of some notoriety. As well as once housing stonemasons, priests and a public house, this Grade 2 listed building is thought to date back to 1145. A family home since the 1960s, evidence suggests that this was a pagan burial site, the scene of both witchcraft and human sacrifice.
This is the ancient Ram Inn at Wootton-under-Edge. The only way I could describe this is as a national treasure. And of course a haunted national treasure. It stands on top of an ancient spring, and it's also on a crossroads of two ley lines. So this place is a place of earth energy.
The ghost of a lady has been seen many times in the bar area. It's believed she was murdered and her body was buried under the floor. A murder took place here in the weaver's attic in the 1500s, and since then heavy footsteps have been heard walking across the floor when there's no one here. There's been so much poltergeist activity up here, it's become a terrifying place.
As I pointed to a haunted corner, a big flash came across and hit me with a terrific force. It threw me from one end of the room to the other, and I was pinned up against a wall, helpless.
It's thought a great deal of witchcraft and devil worship has taken place in this room, and many a faithful dog has turned on its owner.
This building stands on an ancient pagan burial ground. There's been witchcraft, devil worship, murders, death and torment taking place here.
Recent excavations have unearthed a child's grave underneath these stairs, and since then the ghostly sounds of a baby crying have been heard, along with the sounds of a growling dog.
And probably the most frightening of all is an incubus. They actually climb into bed with people and make their presence known during the night.
My bed was on a grave, and I was grabbed by the hands and pulled out the bed. That was the biggest fright I've ever had in my life.
Who knows what will happen tonight if anyone goes to bed here.
Joining this most haunted investigation is Brian Shepherd, a psychic artist with an extraordinary ability to reproduce images from beyond the grave. Also with us in Gloucestershire is the parapsychologist Kieran O'Keefe, who will be giving us an objective assessment of tonight's events.
Now, Kieran, I'm very excited because we've got the ancient Ram Inn behind us. It's supposedly one of the most haunted locations in Britain. So many things have happened, and yet I know tonight I'm going to be scared to death. How do you feel about investigating this particular location?
I'm equally excited for many different reasons. First of all, on a paranormal level, there have been so many different accounts. Poltergeist, auditory phenomena, we've also got apparitions and actual interaction with apparitions as well. So on that level, I'm very excited. loads of different types. Also, from a parapsychologist point of view, we've got lots of environmental phenomena at work. Because we've got such an old building like this, there is dampness. We also have lots of wood around that, if there's a change in temperature, might result in creaks and noises and that sort of thing. So it's kind of a hotbed of activity, both natural and paranormal.
What are you hoping for as a parapsychologist tonight? What are you wanting to happen?
As a parapsychologist, I'm looking for proof. I'm looking for something to happen. And already what I've done is, in a particular room where people have experienced auditory phenomena, a cat meowing, I've set up a continuous MP3 recorder to see if we pick anything up. In another room where there's been poltergeist activity, I've set up trigger objects. And there's another room where people have witnessed apparitions, so we're going to have a locked off camera in there. It means that we can look back at these particular recordings, these monitorings, and see if anything occurs. So I'm quite excited to look back at that footage, and of course the vigils.
What's exciting to me is the fact that we're right by a main road. It's a residential area, there are people walking past, it's noisy, it's daytime, and yet things have already happened to the crew. For instance, Kath has just seen a dark shadow go by in one of the rooms. So it's daytime and things are already happening.
Yeah.
So goodness knows what's going to happen tonight.
Spiritualist medium Derek Akora has been invited to join the team in Gloucestershire, arriving shortly before filming began and with no prior knowledge of our location. We all felt a little uneasy in our new surroundings, but knew that we couldn't delay the inevitable any longer. It was time to investigate the ancient Ram Inn.
Okay, as we've just walked through from the front door, different levels of residual energy. It was like, pump, hitting me, and going past that, and then hitting me again, until we arrived at this point. Now, I'm very aware whether it's the location right there or all round, but the first thing, and it's banging my head inside out, and it's not good and it's not nice. And yet, it seems as if we are standing in this building right now, but just for a few moments, a few seconds, I'm aware of, the only way I can describe it, mounds and mounds of humans, males and females, just down, lying there, and the screaming souls. So the only way I can say now at the moment is if I'm just surrounded by death. And that death, the first level of it, I don't know how far back this goes, but it's like as if there's that many souls lying down. It's like a burial ground. Masses of them. Mixture, males and females. Then that mental picture and the energies around my aura, my auric field there, that was pushed away. And now I'm here, I just feel as if I want to... Did you hear that? Above us.
That wasn't me. That was above us.
Definitely above.
Can I go up?
So, I'll go up with you.
Go on, go, Kieran.
Can you take singles a minute as well as Derek?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get to go to night vision.
And I feel that these souls are totally not at rest, Divvy. And their energies come flowing into this ether and atmosphere, whether it be day or night. And it would cause a lot of, well, poltergeistal activity.
When you say about the burial ground and you're saying it goes way back,
yes,
what would it have been, like a pit, or were they actually buried in consecrated grounds? What was it? Why were they all buried in the same place?
Was that level okay? You know, you've heard me talking about pagan worship and pagans, and I feel as if I want to go with that level of time, and I get people all covered up, you know, headgear, the lot, you know, and it's like as if they walk around, I can hear, or I could hear, although that's gone now, I could hear, like, sounds of chanting and things like this. There's an energy here, and all I want to do, take that away from me, you. Take it away. I've got someone wanting to slash and cut at every one of us here. in memory.